So our 7th day of 2021. Here we are. Maybe letting out a sigh. Letting the eyes rest, letting the eyelids, the eyelashes rest on each other. Finding your space, finding your seat, maybe even finding your energy today. If you're feeling rested, if you're feeling tired, you can rub the eyes. If you're ready to go, just checking in, scanning the body. And dropping into the breath. And dropping in to the body via the breath. Maybe you begin some neck rolls and then you drop back into stillness. We're going to sit with the idea of stillness today. I heard this great speaker yesterday, Sadhguru. He said that stillness is different than laziness. Stillness is different than laziness. So as we find stillness in our asanas today, maybe we can find stillness off of our mat. Growing up in agriculture, that's a really powerful thing to unlearn, that you can be still. Maybe bring some awareness to a part of your body that feels still. Maybe it's your mind, maybe it's an emotion that feels really still and at rest. And let's open up our arms out wide like a T with the palms up to the sky. And kind of open up the shoulders. Yeah, so palms up. And then bring that right palm down, the left palm stays up. And then rotate the left palm down, the right palm comes up. Then flip the palms, just switching up and down. And then do it again, flip down and up. And then last time up and down. And then whichever palm is facing down, lean that way, drop that palm to the earth and sweep the other arm up and over. Try to keep that opposite leg grounded. Yeah, and then maybe send that shoulder back and that wrist back with that extended arm overhead. And then exhale, go the other way, bring the arms out like a T. And when you get to a T, flip the palms and then lean over that other way. Let the side body open. Let the heart open by bringing the shoulder back. And then bring our arms back like a T. One palm's up and one's down. And then switch again. One up and one down. And now bring arms together overhead. So maybe the palms face each other. And let's rock forward, coming into wide-legged child's pose. And in our wide-legged child's pose, bring the palms down to the earth. And really reach forward with the hands, with the sits bones reaching back. And now bring the palms to the sky and rotate those shoulders open and press the backs of the hands into the floor. And then flip the palms and press the palms into the floor. And inhale and flip the palms to the sky, press the backs of the hands to the ground. And then either stay here or flip the palms down. We'll be here for 3 breaths. I mean, that stillness in the shape. And let's exhale, rock it forward, coming onto the knees.
Bring the knees under the hips, walk the hands forward, palms down. Exhale, heart to the earth. Finding our Anahatasana, puppy pose. One more breath. And then exhale, lower down the elbows, lower down the forearms, rock forward, shoulders over the elbows, and then curl the toes under. Let's find a forearm plank. Maybe you keep the knees lowered and tops of the feet on the ground, pressing the elbows down, shoulders up, or maybe you find your full forearm plank. Breathe in. And then exhale to rock the hips over to the left, the hips touch the ground, and then back to the middle. And the right, go over to the right hip down, and then back to the middle. And now lower down the knees, sit back, walk the hands towards the knees, reach up to the sky. Yeah, hands to the heart. And now with awareness, ground the left knee, that left top of the foot, and then bring the right foot forward. Bend that knee, curl the toes under. Let's rise up, crescent lunge. And then lower down that knee. Just touch the earth and then lift up. And then lower down, grazing the floor, and then lifting back up. Let's bring our arms to the sky. Maybe straighten that front leg. The heel is still lifted on that left foot. Breathe in. Exhale, bend the knee. Let's fold forward, frame the foot, step it back, lower down onto the forearms, finding forearm plank again. And an option, maybe you find stillness here in your plank, or you lower that hip over to the left, graze the floor, then over to the right, grazing the floor, lifting back up. And now lower the knees. Extend those sits bones back, coming into puppy pose just for a stretch. Breathe in. Exhale, bring the heart up, walk the hands back, come up into kind of rising out of the knees, arms reaching forward. Inhale. And then exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Ground into the right knee, the right top of the foot. Nice job, guys. Left foot forward. Bending, leaning, hinging, curl the toes under. And we rise up to crescent lunge. Maybe hands come above the head. We can bring the hands apart this time. Let's bring the palms to face out. Opening up the shoulders. And then exhale, lower that knee down. And lift up. And then lower down. And then bring that leg back up. Now straighten that front leg. Breathe in. Bring the palms back to shine towards one another. Rotating the shoulders in. Bring the hands to the heart. Inhale. Exhale, bend that front knee, hinge forward, frame the foot. Inhale to bring that left foot back. And now maybe you're in regular plank, or maybe you're in forearm plank, wherever you are. Let's be still for 3 breaths. Maybe our stillness draws us in to our inner essence. Maybe it supports us in stilling our mind. And now wherever you are, whether you're in forearm plank or plank, let's lift the hips up and back, finding downward facing dog or dolphin. And then let's be here for 5 breaths. Maybe bringing awareness to the shoulders, sides of the neck, the heels. You can bend the knees a lot or a little if you need to, and wiggling out the backs of the legs. And then maybe you find some stillness again. One more out breath. And now exhale, let's rock forward back into plank from our downward facing dog or your dolphin. And now if you're in forearm plank, go ahead and lift up to plank, lower down, chaturanga dandasana. And inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 1 breath here. Exhale. And inhale, step that right foot forward. And then the left foot meets the right. Send the hips down and sweep the arms up to sky, rising all the way up to mountain pose. Nice. And let's ground through the feet. Palms can shine towards the thighs, or maybe they shine forward. Maybe you do one and then the other and just notice that little bit of movement in the shoulder, that shoulder joint. Exhale. Inhale, bring the arms out, sweep them up above the head, and then sit down in a chair. Maybe the hands are above the head today. Breathe in. Now exhale, ground into that right foot. Let's lift the left foot off the ground. Maybe we send that left foot forward. The knees are maybe side by side. Nice, strong right leg. And then ground that left foot back to chair, Utkatasana. Ground that left foot. Maybe you extend the right leg long. Knees are side by side, flexing the foot towards the face. Breathe in. Low belly is active. Pelvis is tucked. Inhale. Exhale, ground the right foot next to the left. Sit down in your chair, maybe one breath, maybe two. Inhale. And then exhale, ground the left foot, step the right foot back, pivot the heel down, the toes face the long edge, and then pivot the toes of the left foot towards the long edge. Bring the arms out like a T. Reaching short edge to short edge. Now flip that right palm down, the left palm to sky. And now the left palm down, right palm to sky. Let's bring the heels in so the toes face the corners. Then exhale, lower down. Uttakata Konasana, Goddess, nice. And let's just flip the palms. Left up, right goes down. Tuck the pelvis. Right palm up, left palm down. And now flip so both palms face the sky. Inhale, bring the hands out in front so they're in line with shoulders. And then lower them down, maybe to the thighs, and rest the hands on the thighs. And now let's inhale to straighten the legs. And then exhale, bend, sinking back down into goddess squat. One more time, inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees. And then bring the arms up like goalposts. Fingertips reach for the sky. Let's exhale over to the right and pause, that elbow kind of hovering over that right thigh. And then send that left arm over the ear, reaching. And then maybe send the right arm to reach. One more breath. And then exhale, bring it back to the middle. So palms shine towards one another. We're still in goddess squat. Be here for a breath or straighten those legs on an inhale. And then exhale to sink back down. Goalpost arms, exhale. Yeah, now rock. Or bend over to the left. Now bring that right arm up overhead. And now maybe the left reaches long. So we're holding a big beach ball. Breathe in. Exhale, bring it back to the middle. And now let's all on an inhale, straighten those legs. So the hands come down to float just in front of the body. Maybe close the eyes, ground through the feet. Feel the beating of the heart in the chest. Connecting to the body. By noticing the heart. And then exhale, pivot those feet so they both face the long edge. And then we'll exhale, side lunge over to the right. Maybe the hands rest on the thigh. Maybe you got them out like a T. So find how you want to express this. And maybe sink into your body, like find the present moment. And then let's exhale over to the other side. Maybe sigh when you get there. And exhale back over to the right. Let's be here for a breath in our side lunge. Inhale. Yeah, now exhale, bring the hands towards that right foot. Pivot the feet towards the short edge. So the right foot is in front, the leg is bent. Now the left arm comes down and bring the right arm up to sky. Parita Parsvokhanasana. Maybe when you get that arm extended, you maybe make some circles with the arm. You can either be circles like out above the body, or maybe you come across in front and back. Just getting movement in the shoulder. And then we'll extend through the right arm up to the sky again. Then exhale, bring the hand to frame the foot. So we're framing that right foot. Now straighten that right leg. Maybe you bring the left foot forward just a hair. Straighten that leg and let's pause here. Pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. Exhale. One more breath. Now exhale, bend that knee. Now let's come up into our half moon. I know we don't have our blocks, maybe towards the side of the mat, or maybe you do, but lift that left foot off the floor, lifting it towards the sky. Maybe your hand is just on the earth. Maybe it's on a wall that's nearby or a couch. And try to open up and stack those hips. Inhale. And now exhale, let's bring the left hand down towards the floor. And then the hips are now parallel with the ground probably. Bring the left foot down behind you. Bend that right knee, let's rise up. This is a crescent lunge. Maybe we find the legs straight. We're just gonna rise. So however that right leg ends up, just be there with wherever you are. And then exhale, bring hands to the hips. And now we'll pivot our feet towards a long edge again. So our feet are nice and wide. We bend the knees, and then we sink into our wide-legged stance. Yeah, nice guys. Now bend the knees again, and we're gonna fold it forward. So those sits bones, the hips tilt forward. So that's you kind of sticking the hip bones forward and the booty back, and then we're gonna bend forward. So the heart goes towards the ground. And maybe the hands come down to the earth, and maybe they come to the legs. And let's just let the head hang. Maybe shifting the weight forward to the balls of the feet. Really grounding into the shape. Inhaling and exhaling. Now bend the knees just slightly so you can lift the head and lift the heart. And now let's come up halfway. And when you get that halfway, bring the arms out like a T. And now flip the palms so the palms face the same direction as the back of the legs. So the fronts of the hands face forward, same direction as the toes. Now flip the palms so the palms face the same way as the toes. And then just keep doing that, just rotating the shoulders. But draw the belly in. This is a really active shape. And now next time those palms face towards the front, same direction as those feet. Let's bend the knees, rise all the way up, kind of sitting back, and then rising to straighten the legs. Nice, keep the hands above the head, inhale. Exhale, bring the arms out like a T or to the thighs, and then shift over to the left for a side lunge. And then find yourself in that side lunge, find your energy over, kind of on the left side of the body. That receptive lunar side of the body. Drawing your energy over there. And then exhale, kind of fold so the hands come to the earth. Pivot the feet so they face forward now. The right hand on the inside of that left foot. Now reach the left hand to sky. Here's our Pavarita Konasana. Notice how easy it is to kind of sink over to the left side. So try to keep kind of your body with your core strength kind of towards the middle of your mat. And then with that left arm lifted, maybe you find some circles kind of sweeping all the way from floor to sky. Or maybe you just make some circles on the ceiling with the fingers. Opening up again into this freedom in the shoulders. Now let's exhale, frame the foot. And now bring that right foot forward just a little bit if you need to. Straighten that left leg from pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. And here we'll reset and find some stillness. Exhale. Be one with the breath. So what does that mean? It means maybe noticing the inhale all the way into the lungs and then following it out on the exhale. Now slightly bend that left leg. Maybe you've got your blocks handy now if we're on the other side of the mat that we started on. Let's lift up into our half moon. So grounding that left foot, the right leg rises, and then stack those hips open. You can bring that right arm up. Flex the right foot towards the face. Maybe you move your arms around that right arm on top. Maybe it's still. And now when you're ready, bring the hips to be parallel with the ground. The right hand comes down. Let's bring the left hand to the floor. Lift the right leg to sky, standing splits. And then bring the right leg to meet the left. Ground, maybe sit back in a little bit of a chair or kind of sink down into a ball and then rise up to a forward fold and send the left leg to sky. So just kind of move through a standing splits, kind of touching down. And once that left leg goes to sky, let's bring that left foot back down, curl up in a ball. Let's bring the right leg to sky again, standing splits with the right leg up high. Bring the right foot down, ground into a ball, and then rise up and lift the left leg to sky. Last time. And then bring the left foot down. Let's rise up to stand, Tadasana. And hands to the heart. Nice job. Breathe in. And let the breath go out of the body. Inhale, lift the hands above the head. Exhale, fold it forward. Uttanasana. Step the feet back. Palakasana. Let's be here for a breath, lifting up our hips. And exhale, lower down the knees. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. And now inhale, extend that right leg back. And maybe we just make some circles with the toes. You can point the toes, maybe you flex the foot. So maybe just make tiny circles with the heel or with the toes in one direction and another. Trying to keep that low back kind of flat. And then bring that leg still. Exhale, bring that knee to the chest. And let's pause in a ball. And then inhale, send that leg back nice and long. Extend through the heel, flex the foot to the face. Now bend the elbows. Notice the heart and the chin lowers if you just let that heart sink. And then we'll press back up. And then let's exhale, lower, bending the elbows. And now press back up. And now maybe just for funsies, you bring both hands under the heart. You make a little triangle so the thumbs and the index fingers touch. And then lower down. The elbows are going to come out wide. Lowering down. And then press it up. And then option to stay here with a nice strong core and stillness. Or maybe you count down from 5 to 1, lowering the heart nice and slow to kind of fall into that triangle space that we made with our fingers. And then when you get to the bottom, exhale up. Bring that knee in. Bring the knees wide. Sit back into child's pose. Palms down to the ground. Press them down. And breathe. And then breathe again. Inhale, rising, lifting the hips up, bringing the knees underneath the hips, shoulders are over the wrists. Wiggle around, get that sweet spot so we can extend that left leg back and feel control and feel still. Extending through the heel, flexing the foot towards the face. Let's breathe in and then breathe out. One more breath in. Now exhale, bring that knee to the chest, kind of rounding the spine. Feel the core nice and strong. And then inhale, send the leg back. And now we're gonna bend the elbows, we lower that heart down, just touching the nose. And then exhale, pressing up. And then lower down. And press up. Now lower down, nose to the floor. And then bring your heart up. And now we're gonna make those heel circles. Maybe you come onto the wrists, or the fists, I mean. Just let that hip socket open. So you make some circles with the toes or with the hips, or with the heels. The hip is getting the action here. And now bring that leg to stillness. If you want, just for funsies, make that triangle underneath your heart. Depending on how you arrange the thumbs, it can actually look like an upside down heart. Triangle or heart, whatever shape, underneath the heart space. If you want, just stay here in stillness or lower down, just the heart coming into that shape. And then press up. And maybe these next two, you count down from 5, lowering down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and press up. Check in, see how you feel. Maybe you want to stay in stillness, or you find child's pose already, or you lower down again, counting down from 5 to 0. Going with control. And back up. And lower that left leg down. Bring the knees nice and wide. Sit back in child's pose. But this time, we press the backs of our hands into the floor with the palms to the sky. And let the heart rest. Let the palms be open to receive. Let the hips be still. Let the feet ground. One more breath in. Now let's exhale, roll up onto the stomach, coming out of our child's pose. Let's send the feet back nice and long, bringing the hips to the ground, stomach, low ribs, and let the hands be a pillow for the forehead. And let's connect to our breath even more here by feeling the stomach, that diaphragm, pressing into the ground. So resting the forehead down on the backs of the hands. Relaxing the shoulders, the elbows are wide. And then whenever you're ready, you can roll onto your back. Ayam Shavasana, maybe you stay in your stomach. So tuning into that stillness. Sometimes stillness is the hardest part of our practice. Sometimes it's challenging to be still and to be quiet. So we just practice that a little bit more today. And if we're still enough, and if we're quiet enough, we can hear our heart speak. Bring your awareness to your toes.
And then scan your energy from toes to head. Noticing if some energy is concentrated in one area or another. Letting out a breath. And then one more breath. Imagine it coming in the soles of the feet. Kind of evening out that energy flow in the body and out the palms. And then in your next exhale, begin that journey back to a seated position, or maybe you just stay on your back. Let's exhale and inhale. Exhale. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Let's go.